on, the home of the Fresno State Bulldogs. And for a team whose mantra is anytime, any place, anywhere, it's always good to be home. And these fans have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Fresno State Bulldogs return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And there he is, a man who's not only been around the block, but threw a few linebackers in his day, ready to start another season.
And it's so nice to have guys that have been through trials, have been through the fires, have been through the challenges that you know you can trust. And that's what you got with this senior.
And because of that, David, he's a leader in the locker room. A lot of the young guys on this team look up to him, not just because of how he comports himself off the field, but on the field as well. Make no mistake, he's got to make plays this season for this team to have success.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
And they got him for the sack.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Now on the return. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end, knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Caught in the backfield. It's Crosby. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Now on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. Quarterback will keep it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded to understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Memphis.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. Open space at the 25. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Collins.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and
Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught behind the line. It's Crosby. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build... Look out. And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
He'll pull it on the read. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Tigers are on the move. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So the final tally on that drive will be 31 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Fresno State right back to the line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big. When he gets that handoff going to the right, he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside row.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Vincent. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Flips it out in the flat. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back.
Ball in the air. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Toss to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Vincent. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
The completion well past the sticks. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And on first down, they sent the field goal team out, I guess hoping to cause confusion and delay and some type of befuddlement. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. On the move, it's Leon. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, give on the inside.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a first and goal? And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense? And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation. And they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Memphis! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they... Trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Fresno State, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
The give to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go from the first, an array of possibilities here. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And the Bulldogs brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Spin move. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Give to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. Good, solid tackle.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
One final period to play. We'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Line getting set on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Memphis picking up the tempo.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically...
He unleashes a long one. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Rutgers is piling on the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget. They're up by 24 over Akron. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball.
He's loose. The 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Fresno State.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Timeout called by the defense is their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He wants to take the top off. Touchdown, Tiger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. this offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
He's got the back in the middle. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Fresno State right back to the line. Wants to throw on second down. Fires downfield. On target over the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to get the first through the air. He snags it over the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Comes out throwing on first down. Going for it all. And they're in for a touchdown late in this game.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Fresno State, 28.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Wants to throw on third. Quickly to the tight end. And more yards after contact. He's out of bounds after a big pickup. There's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. He wants to pass it on second down. They're trying to get to it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. on 4th down, going to the air. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion.
And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense.
Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over.